Welcome back to the Nikki Clark Radio Show. The show is about conversations that matter, and we have people from all walks of life who come on the show to talk about their different journeys. And I'm so pleased to have an amazing individual on the line. Lenore Lolo Clark is passionate about helping those with mental health challenges and has made it her mission to combat stigma and harmful negative ideas surrounding mental health challenges through education and awareness. Lolo is currently a student at the University of Toronto, completing her bachelor's degree in neuroscience and health studies. And her aim is to educate people about the biological basis of mental health, as well as to encourage people to view their health in a holistic manner. Armed as a mental health advocate herself, Lolo has joined the fight to appeal to policymakers to make mental health a priority on the political agenda. Welcome, Lolo. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me, Nikki. I'm so honored to speak with you and open up the conversation about this timely topic today.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And Lenore, can you please let us know what has happened in your journey leading it to becoming a mental health advocate?
Yeah, so a little bit about me. Again, my name is Lolo. I was born into a loving family. I had both my mom and dad, 3 other siblings. I had a pretty standard upbringing. But my parents, they hailed from the Caribbean, from Jamaica. And during my early teens, I started to withdraw from activities that I found enjoyable. And I threw myself almost like religiously into my schoolwork and academics. What I've learned from a lot of people during this mental health journey of mine that, children of immigrants, we tend to be pushed to overachieve as a way of validating that there was a reason to leave these developing countries. My parents came from humble beginnings in Jamaica, as I said. So when they arrived in Canada, they believed that Canada was the land of opportunity. And, surely all of us children would have a better life as these doctors or lawyers or the like. So, I usually call that the immigrant illusion. But when this perfectionism happened, this was one of the early warning signs that something was wrong. I remember I fell into a very deep sadness that I just couldn't shake. And then just throw in all the pressures of, being a teenager, like fitting in, boyfriends, friends. It was just all way too much for me. And by the time I was 16, I had a major nervous breakdown that required hospitalization, psychiatrists, daily medications. So that was my existence for quite some time. However, at 18, things turned even more serious. I began experiencing insomnia. I would stay up all night, reading, listening to music. I had all of this energy and just hyperactivity. I spoke really fast, spent a lot of money. I was irritable. I was short with people. I can recall one night I was up and I was in such a state. I remember I frantically told my mother, I was like, I'm the reincarnation of Joan of Arc because I hear the voice of God and my classmates are plotting to burn me at the stake. And, this was signs of a very, very serious disorder. So my doctor diagnosed me with bipolar 1 disorder. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's a mood disorder characterized by mania, which is like a very high, hyperactive, lots of delusions, hallucinations. And then there's a depression aspect to it, so feelings of sadness and hopelessness. So it's like a 2-poled disorder. They used to be called manic depressive, but now it's called bipolar. The next couple of decades consisted of more hospitalizations, more meds, different doctors, psychotherapy, more frustration, more breakdowns, more suicide attempts. It was pretty tough. I can recall one incident. I was staying with a friend, and the whole weekend I was just not feeling okay. I remember something inside me like almost switched, and I just began to get really aggressive with my friend, to the point where I was trying to jump off her balcony, and she was on the 20th floor. I was like literally fighting her so I could jump off, and I just thank God that she was stronger than me and she blocked me from jumping. I I eventually made it downstairs in this dissociative state. I didn't have any shoes on. I was walking the streets barefoot. And I said to myself, I should just end it all. I just can't deal with this. And I jumped in front of oncoming traffic, and a car hit me, and I literally split my face open. It's just by the grace of God that I wasn't paralyzed, I was found 45 minutes later by police, and I was taken to the hospital. And the only reason I share these stories is to say that, I've experienced dark days like you wouldn't believe. I have literal scars to prove it, because if some people were to see me today, they maybe wouldn't believe it. But I bear those scars. And, I finally found some stability, began to listen to my doctor. For a long time, I was in denial, which is actually very common with people with bipolar 1 and with mental disorders in general. But it's taken me well over 13 years to finish my bachelor's degree in neuroscience and health studies at the University of Toronto. But, I see it as trying to pave a way for others. I literally have that unique edge where I completely empathize with people with mental health challenges because I experience it myself. I would love to possibly practice as an MD, work with the mental health community, and share this knowledge through these mental health awareness workshops. This is what I think my life's work consists of.
Well, Lolo, I'm so touched by what you shared with us. I can't imagine, walking in your shoes. But all I can say out of empathy is that you are a very strong individual, and I am so amazed by how you've taken, what you've overcome to now bring a positive light and shed positive light, rather, in understanding, having great understanding of mental health, because we are so focused in society on what looks good. We focus on the exterior, but we often ignore what drives the exterior, and that's mental health. So it's very important, and I'm so proud that you are that individual that has made the effort to step out of your area of comfort to really help people understand what mental health and the supports needed for mental health is all about. So thank you for that. What I wanted to actually find out more now is that you have an event coming up shortly. Can you share the details about what that is related to mental health awareness?
Yes. So it's these workshops. We discuss different topics, but many of our main goals is to redefine mental illness as mental wellness through fun, interactive, and informative presentations. We try to help people understand the biological basis of mental health challenges. We have a lot of group activities, personal stories, guest speakers. We have breathing exercises, questions and answers, and a lot of other different things.
Excellent.
But we try to make this very interesting, interactive, and informative way to talk about mental health. We also want to make these sessions kind of like a support group, so that people have a sense of community and a way of expressing themselves in a group setting. Because what we've learned from these workshops is that a lot of people, they feel isolated. And, isolation is a major factor in developing these mental health challenges. We try to steer clear away from clinical type settings, because that can be very upsetting and kind of triggering for people, doctors and medicine and all that. So it can actually be very traumatizing. So we try to make this a safe space for people to share their thoughts and feelings, and learn a little bit about what the heck is actually going inside their minds and their bodies. So that's kind of what we do. Did you want me to share when exactly these presentations are taking place?
Yes, please, and the location.
Sure. So if you would like to get in contact with myself or my business partner, Elijah Marie, you can email us at restore.u@gmail.com. So our next workshop is going to be Saturday, January the 25th, 2020, from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Maria A. Shuka Library, which is 1745 Eglinton Avenue West. We have sessions every 2 months, so if you miss one, don't worry, there will definitely be another. So we just ask that you register through Eventbrite. Just type in Unlearning to Learn, and that's the name of the workshop, and it should pop up. So you can register that way, or you can remain anonymous, and you can call this number 416-277-1459 and leave a message and just say how many people will be attending. Or again, just email restore.u@gmail.com. And hopefully we should have this information somewhere where you can actually see where to go. Hopefully in the YouTube link we can add that there so people can register that way.
Excellent. And is there a cost to it?
It's absolutely free.
Wow. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. And this is coming up very shortly, in January 25th. It's just days away. And there's no cost. So that's a wonderful offering. Thank you very much. And again, mention the location.
The Maria A. Shuka Library, 1745 Eglinton Avenue West.
Okay, excellent. Now, people want to reach out to you, Lolo, if your story inspired them, if they want to connect with you because they're going through something similar to what you experienced, or maybe they want a little bit of advice. How can they reach out to you?
Right. So best ways to contact me through Instagram. So my Instagram handle is @TheLoloLook, TheLoloLook. Another thing that I do aside from my mental health advocacy things is I'm also a fashion designer. So I attended George Brown, and I have a clothing line called the Lolo Look. So that's why my handle is that. But yeah, you can contact me through there. You can take a look at my designs and a bunch of my selfies and the stuff that I do in the communities. So yeah, contact me through there.
Excellent. And I do have one of your outfits, Lolo, worn it a few times and received many, many compliments for your handiwork. So thank you for everything you're doing in the community, and we do appreciate your time. So you've been listening to the Nikki Clark Radio Show with a very special guest, Lolo Clark. She's a mental health advocate and also really quite a talented fashion designer. Reach out to her on social media and also take part in her free workshop coming up January 24th to learn all of what you need to know. 25th coming up to learn all that you need to know about mental health awareness and how to support those who are needing mental health supports. So thank you again, Lolo. I hope to see you soon, and we are excited about your ventures. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.